What's your 20?
On the balcony for a smoke with a menace.
Those men on the balcony, that could be my way in.
Shut case. Penguin murdered Black Mask and his lady friend. I mean, we found the bastards.
Maybe little fingerprints right by the bodies.
Yeah, we got Penguin now. Like to see him squirm out of this one.
Police believe Penguin murdered Black Mask, but why would he send me here if he was the killer? It doesn't add up. This crime took place days ago. The fire and the exposure to the elements make identifying the victims difficult. The male victim is wearing a black mask, but I can't positively identify him as Roman Sionis without a DNA analysis. Something I can't do in the field. I can identify the female victim based on her fingerprints. Tiffany Ambrose, Roman Sionis' girlfriend, or one of them at least. She was no angel, long list of priors, but nothing to indicate she was the target here. The fire spread as a result of a Molotov cocktail thrown into the room. It may have been intended to destroy evidence. The shallow trajectory of the bullet suggests the shooter could be someone of Penguin's height. But the grooves on the floor suggest that the victim was killed by someone leaning back in a chair. This bullet was fired from a revolver. Ballistics analysis indicates a low angle of trajectory. The shooter could have been someone of Penguin's height, but the pattern in the gunpowder residue suggests the bullet was actually fired by someone lying on the ground. These fingerprints are a match for the Penguin, but they're on top of the soot from the fire. The cops were right. Penguin was in the room, but these prints prove he was here after the murders were committed. If he didn't kill Black Mask, who did? The only thing I know for certain is that Tiffany's shooter was lying on the floor. But why? These white streaks are shoe polish. Whoever shot Tiffany was being dragged along the floor. Besides the victims, there were two other people in the room. Tiffany's shooter, and whoever was dragging the shooter. The location from which the male victim was shot may tell me more. The DNA here doesn't belong to either of the victims. Whose is it? The fight broke out when someone startled the shooter. It's not clear who won the fight. It could have been either one of them. I should review the evidence to see if I can learn anything more about either the intruder or the shooter. Fabric analysis indicates the intruder was wearing a white suit or sport jacket. This fabric swatch could help identify the intruder, but I still can't identify the male victim's shooter. There's one impact area I haven't checked for clues. This DNA is from the female victim. The level of oxidation suggests it's been here for several days. If I review the evidence, I may be able to find out what she was doing when she was attacked. was sending text messages to Roman Sionis about someone named the Joker. Someone killed Black Mask, but this crime took place several days ago, and I saw Black Mask earlier tonight. The only answers I have raise more questions. Who is the Joker? Was he the killer here? Or is he one of the assassins? I have a body, an unknown shooter, and an unknown assailant who attacked the shooter. I need to match the DNA samples against the records in the National Criminal Database to identify who was in the room. Alfred, I need access to the National Criminal Database.
Well, the only way to do that would be to infiltrate the Gotham City Police Department.
Then that's where I'm going.
Sir, you'd need to physically hack into their servers. If you insist on doing something that foolish, you'll need a powerful, non-lethal weapon. I recommend coming back here to pick up your concussion detonator.
Not a bad idea.
Backup's gonna come of it!
Come in, 8-2. Dispatch, Delta 4-4. Did you read Delta 8-2?
Stand by, 4-4. Delta 8-2. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, report. Delta 4-4, no response from 8-2. Please proceed inside to confirm 8-2 status.
10-4, dispatch.
Welcome home, sir. The concussion detonator is on your workbench. Remember, if you use that instead of your fists, you'll do less lasting damage to those police officers and civil servants.
Noted.
guards have been doubled at police precincts since Loeb's murder. You'll need to find a way to sneak in that won't attract attention. Otherwise, you'll never make it to the server room.
Understood. Thanks.
Then some monster in a cape drops him from a building, and a Christmas tree breaks his fall, and one of his own thugs walks off with the cash. Why that? So what? We don't know. Fox got the guy over an interrogation.
I got multiple calls available. Sending them out in priority order.
Yeah, probably another water pipe bursting. Love to go take a look, but, you know, my shift's over. Loeb understood. The problem is Gordon ain't a team player.
Yeah, how do you expect us to survive on a cop's salary?
Somebody ought to lay boots to him. Show him how we do things in Gotham.
Sign me up for that.
This won't be easy, but if I'm going to access the National Criminal Database and find out what happened at Lacey Towers, I need to find the server room without being discovered.
supposed to be...
Must you be so brutal, sir? These are city employees.
They're as corrupt as they come, and are in my way.
I wish you'd think twice about that approach, sir. You never know when you might need their help. At any rate, your objective is the GCPD server room. I've marked it on your map.
Man, we got a 10
Run line 7.
I won't stand a chance against that many armed men. I can use Deathstroke's remote claw to pass above their heads undetected.
Alright, listen up. While you jokers were playing cleanup crew at Blackgate, I was making us some money. I worked out a deal with our pal Black Mask. If any of us can kill the Bat before the assassins get to him, we get the balance.
I've got to be quiet, so those SWAT officers don't hear me.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take him down. Yeah. What are we waiting for?
All clear. Clear as day, sir. Any other son of a... If we can't find dirt, we make our own. What if Captain Gordon allowed all the perps in the holding cells to go free? You mean we set them loose? Little prison riot, right here in GCPD. Makes him look like...
This is from Central. They're offering a reward of 25 for making the leading secret. Go get 'em, boys. Reminder to all units, we'll be accepting donations and cards for the Commissioner-loved family in the break room.
So what does this disruptor of yours do?
Little bit of this, little bit of that. Mostly, though, it does a whole lot of none of your damn business.
Oh, you want to play it like that? All right. Maybe I'll have the guys over at Evidence Lockup take a look.
Not you again!
Talk, or you won't be walking anywhere, ever.
No way! You gotta answer for dropping me off that rooftop, buddy!
No, you have to answer to me. How does this disruptor work?
Ask one of the pigs! They got it in Evidence Lockup!
How about we take a little walk up to the roof?
Okay, you win! It jams weapons, overrides electronic locks, alright? Now you gotta let me go!
How'd that work out for you last time?
Buddy Anarchy?
He will wipe this city clean of... Heads up! Here he comes!
worst kind of criminal. The kind who thinks their actions are justified. Who acts completely outside the system.
The system is broken.
Barbara, wait.
There's $50 million riding on this, so I don't want to hear any excuses. Bag the bat and let's get paid.
Take one payment off.
Give me 5 minutes with any of these freaks, and I'll have them begging for their mothers.
What's going on down there?
Here he is! We gotta provide better cover or we're all screwed. Let him get in your head! This guy's a serious threat. Watch your corner.
Find the son of a bitch. He's here somewhere. I want every sector searched.
You still out there? Huh?
Officer down! Officer down!
Now I'm looking to get some payback. On me! This is it. The badge is coming off.
Tell you what, he's not sneaking up on me.
Damn it, check your sectors! Run out and find me that damn bird!
The bat got someone! Didn't I tell you to watch your corners?
Put this guy out. I need backup now.
Kill this guy. Gotta make this bastard pay. You're not losing another cop to this bastard. I want him dead.
The bat got someone! Didn't I tell you to watch your corners?
Priority 1 alert. All available personnel should be searching your quadrant for the 622. Suspect is 6'4", dressed in black, and has wings? Is this for real?
Shouldn't you be searching your quadrant? I'll leave that for the boys in SWAT. Why's that?
Ain't you heard? Brandon made a deal with...
Priority 1 alert. All personnel report to your department head. Need a head count. A lot of people unaccounted for.
They're using a security protocol I'm not familiar with, and the windows are reinforced glass. The disruptor in the evidence locker might do the trick. Alfred, I can't access the evidence locker. I need an alternate route.
The evidence locker, sir? Well, according to these schematics, it adjoins an old elevator shaft which you can access via the infirmary. You should be able to break in from there. I've added it to your map.
All personnel, reports of our 622 on lower levels. Need security in those areas immediately.